slash. "10 months, a worthy journey traveler," smiley face emoji.
Greetings, travelers, and welcome back to Goldbound. Another day in Azeroth, guys. How are y'all doing? Good morning, good morning. Let's get the starting soon screen out of here. We're back, guys. Back in the Theramore Inn. Let's go. Yo, we got some starting screen hype going on too, by the way. Sam Francisco with the Twitch Prime. Greetings, traveler. Gary Jambo with the 110 stream streak. Let's go. Let's go. Lucas with the resub. 4 months of tier 1. AO. Angry Mexican guy with the 15 stream streak. And GS Bet with the 10 months on the Prime, guys. How we doing? We're back. We were away for the powerlifting meet this weekend. We will talk about it. I'll go over the lifts as well. It was fun, guys. We did good. Didn't get injured. Yeah, we need your post-lift analysis. Been waiting all weekend. We will do the post-lift analysis today. We will have a post-lift analysis segment. Probably do like an Onyxia reset and then do post-lift analysis just so we can let the travelers file in this morning. Yep. What was the post-comp cheat meal? Immediately post-comp, Path Wife and I went to the brewery, and I got a couple of like the local craft beers, and then it was McDonald's, and then bed. It was very nice. That was the cheat meal. So technically the cheat meal was a Big Mac, 2 junior chickens, 1 McDouble, and 20 chicken nuggets. So it was quite a bit of food. But it was good. And then, yeah. It was good. Yeah. Had like some like right beside the competition venue was, if you're familiar with Calgary, Wild Rose Brewing. So that's where the competition was, Calgary. So we went, popped over there, just for like an hour or so, and then yeah, let's get the screen down though. Also, Cam 2, Boo is not yet. Oh, the camera moved. Bowie is not yet in the seat, so we'll leave that off for now. Yeah. Love it. Yeah. Trins and you were checking in on the stream. It was a pretty cool event. Yeah, I saw, I went to watch back the VOD, and they have the instant chat replay, so I saw you guys pop it up there in chat. I think Trinsy was the #1 chatter on the stream for the full day, so let's go. Appreciate you guys popping in with the support. Yeah, no, it was good. I'll pull up the stream, like the VOD. I won't like play the whole meet. It's like 4 hours. I'll just go over my lifts and kind of talk about it in a little bit. Watched a lot of it. Some of the guys are crazy strong. Yeah. Because the meet this weekend was like provincials, so Alberta. And so for that, you qualify through like regionals. Not regionals, sorry. A local meet and then provs. And yeah, man, the level of powerlifting in Canada and Alberta particularly is just going crazy, man. Going crazy. We held our own in the fray there, guys. Got some good lifts. We'll go over the PRs there. PRs were had, guys. Let me make sure I have the right talents. I haven't played WoW all weekend. It feels weird. Yes, Outlaw. Bing bang boom. Good to go. Timmy Tech, morning. The guy switching the weight to like a pit crew. Yeah, no, it's a well-oiled machine there. Wait, did I not reset the instance since the last time I did it? No, it's good. Yeah, the pit crew, that is like, those guys are working hard, and it was hot in the competition. But they were really efficient there. They have like a screen with what weights need to be had, and they're just like, bzz, 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 bzz. Yeah, it's a tiring job. Oh, look who's checking in, guys. Good morning to Boo as well. Good morning to Boo. Sup, Path, good morning. Second binding today, Lieutenant Troy. I hope so. We will be clearing all of the dungeons and raids. Well, not all the dungeons, but definitely Onyxia's lair and Molten Core will be cleared today. Onyxia's lair will have to wait till later in the day, though, because I want to do a lot of trash resets today. Good afternoon, VTNet. How was the event? It was good. VTNet in about, probably in like 10, 15 minutes. I'll probably do like a full recap where we can get into all the gritty details, because I like chatting about it too. I'll pull up the live stream and we'll go over all the lifts. But yeah, no, it was good. Had a lot of fun. And the worst injury I got was the torn callus. Everything else I'm just sore, so that's kind of good. Because I do have like now 9 weeks out from Worlds for Strongman, so I gotta make sure I can actually train. Almost had that 295. Dude, I swear I could do it if I hit it right. We'll talk about that. It's close. Ever think about switching the main screen from WoW to Boo, so it can be a Boo stream with a WoW window? That's a good idea. That's really what this is. It's a Boo stream with a WoW. It's like, you know those Instagram reels or like or YouTube shorts where it's like someone's talking And then to keep people entertained, they have like subway racers or some kind of like mobile game. So it's like half the screen. So it's just like to keep people's attention. We can do that. But it's just like Boo with like a little bit of World of Warcraft. Do we get some bragging rights with some PRs? We sure did. Yo, Wolfden. A greetings, traveler, over on the YouTube. Path Pets Boo, let's go. The YouTube emotes are in full effect, guys. The YouTube emotes are live and ready to go. Yeah. We have 5 hours played in Onyxia's lair just doing trash resets. Oh, also, the astute observational people in the chat may have noticed something with the bags. I did, so there wasn't a video last weekend, right? I kind of want to have, when possible, more progress in the Goldbounds. Like, if possible, a full zone. I like those videos more. So I did do a mailbox clear this morning, just so we know going into this week how much gold I have, which also kind of leads into the arc of the video a little bit. So you will see the gold in the bags. Gold in the bags. Not enough for a token today, but maybe about halfway there. How much gold did I win in the competition? I don't know. I don't think I won any gold. Yo, Path, the level 24 warrior first time hardcore is now 41 with a mount. Leveling fishing and fish up to 1 ring is sold for 90 gold. Let's go. That is quite the character arc of your warrior. Level 41 and mount, that's an achievement. First time hardcore. Squirrel, you're a Twitch viewer. Is Wolfden over on YouTube? Is he the handheld console Nintendo Wolfden guy? Wolfden. On the YouTube chat, are you the handheld console Nintendo guy? Sounds like we had fun. Yeah, we did. It was a good time. I was a little tired yesterday, though. He says no, Squirrel. He says no. Yo, live Goblin reaction. Greetings, traveler, with the 10 months on the Twitch Prime. Greetings, traveler. Yo, Gavino NL as well with the Twitch Prime. Greetings, traveler. Welcome in. Happy Monday. Hopefully we have some good luck on the drops today. You're looking at my competition history and saying how much every week lift now compared to 10 plus years ago. That's the cool thing about powerlifting is like all the records are just like there. And so you can compare across like different timelines. I also weigh a lot more than I did 10 years ago though. Like 10 years ago I was competing in the 93 kilo weight class, which is 205 pounds. This weekend I was in the 120 kilo weight class, so under 265 pounds. So I put on a lot of weight. Funny enough, I was actually registered last provincials in the 93 kilo weight class, and I just missed weight by like 5 pounds, but I was 210 pounds exactly 1 year ago. And then for strongman and powerlifting, I bulked up to 250. So 40 pounds in the last year. For the strength of it, you know? After strongman, am I going to come back down again? Yeah, that's the plan. That is the plan. We'll do strongman. I actually have to be like a little bit lighter for strongman because I do compete in strongman at 231 pounds. But strongman is different from powerlifting because powerlifting, like for the competition, you weigh in like an hour before you compete. So you pretty much can't cut too much weight. Like you still can cut weight. But you weigh in and then you're lifting right away. So there's no time to like rehydrate, all that kind of stuff. Whereas strongman, you weigh in the day before and you have 24 full hours, sometimes more, to like make weight and then like recarb. So you do more of like a fighter weight cut. So that being said, I have to be a little bit lighter so it's not that bad of a weight cut overseas. But then after strongman, I'm probably gonna shred down a bit. Did I celebrate with a big tomahawk steak? Nah, I got McDonald's. Well, the meet ended like local time at like 10 p.m. So it was pretty late. What's the price on pearl and clam meat? Maybe Murloc farming good? I think pearls were moderate. I don't know what the clams are at. They're not the best hyper spawn location though, but I definitely think it's an angle worth looking at. Right? I think it's worth looking at. There are a few really good farms that we have going on that I want to kind of maximize here. But yeah, that is one in my head. I also want to do more turtle farming, and then I also have a pickpocket farm I kind of want to do. A lot to do though. There's a lot of like potential farms in Dustwallow. There's enough where it's kind of like I want to test some out, but there's also some that like I theoretically could test them. They'd probably be like 1 to 2K, but there's just like so many potential angles here. It's crazy. How nervous do I get before competitions? I used to be nervous like 2 days before. Now it's like very calm, and then about like 4 hours before, it's just like all of a sudden like, oh, you get the nervous excitement, and then before the first squat is like the most nerves. Yeah, but very, like a good nervous excitement though. It's a feeling like I've never gotten anywhere else. Like I'll get nervous, but it's like I think like sporting events are a different kind of nervous excitement. So it's cool to be able to experience that every now and then. It's akin before, like, you know, if you're gonna go solo Morbid Fell, it's kind of like that feeling, you know? You don't know how it's gonna go, but you want to find out. Technically, pickpocketing is best gold per hour. Yeah. Yo, Lil Rex, do I know another powerlifter named Brian Bowers? I might know of him. I don't know him personally. I feel like a lot of people, there's a few people I recognize their names, but if he competes in Alberta, I probably would recognize him, like, to see him, but I may have never met him personally. But it's like a relatively big circuit, but like, you end up seeing a lot of the same people over the years. Like, I've been competing in Alberta for like 10 years now, on and off. Doesn't the Onyxia's layer have multiple versions? There is technically 10 and 25 player, but they have the same lockout, and I think a similar, like the same trash setup, so. I just run it on 25 player on the odd chance that maybe you get more skins from the 25 player mobs. I did it on 10 a couple times, and it seemed to be the same amount of rugged leather and rugged hide. I can pop that up there, by the way, for the loot. No, he competes in Nova Scotia, but he went to Worlds in South Africa a few years back. Ah. Yeah, I don't run into many lifters from East, like Eastern Canada, unless I'm at like Nationals, but I've only competed at Nationals 1 year, so yeah. Otherwise, it's kind of like provincials or like regionals, which is like Western Canada. Yeah, I mentioned main stats categories regarding the add-on. Which main stat do you refer to? Setting a plan to get an alpha version ready soon for testing. Like main stats. I feel like, well, I don't know what I meant by that. Main stats. I'm not sure actually. Probably just like the ones I'm tracking with other stuff, like time in zones, like gold currency looted in zones, and like kills on specific mobs. Those are like the main stats I track. Waffle Cow? No, I haven't heard of them. From Minnesota, I've never done any international powerlifting competitions, so I haven't met a lot of people from like out of Canada in the powerlifting scene. Mostly provincial and like Western Canada is kind of like Alberta, BC, Saskatchewan, little Manitoba. But yep. Get another reset here on the old Molten core. And then I want to go camp while we talk about more powerlifting. This might be the last one. Onyxia's layer, I mean. How many resets have we done? I wasn't really tracking it on there, that's my bad. Someone said the Riot MMO just got confirmed for next year. Oh, really? We'll see. We'll see. What if the Riot MMO and Classic Plus is the same time? That'd be a competing titans of the industries. Love how you say it so casually. Yeah, I was in the Nationals just once. Like it's nothing. Well, that was like my big goal for like 3-4 years. Then I eventually qualified and competed in Nationals. Since then, the qualifying standards have gone up a little bit, and I'm close, but I haven't qualified for the 2026 or 2027 standards, unfortunately. I was qualified for 2024 and 2025, but they increased the bar because people are getting really strong. Yeah. Pickle? Jacob Pickle? Doesn't ring a bell. Doesn't ring a bell. Alright, is this the last run? Wow. Get a lot of runs in today. Hello, Rendrag. Greetings, Traveler. Also, guys, we do have the iced coffee rolling. Although I am, like I said, like the next 4 weeks, I'm doing a little bit of a more aggressive, like, diet phase. I want to drop down to about 240, 242 in the next month, which is like a better range for me to like cut water weight for worlds, for like strongman competitions. And then I'll have, if I cut that in like 4 weeks here, I'll be down to that body weight and I can train there for like 5 weeks before Worlds, which I think is kind of ideal. So this next 4 weeks will be a bit of a diet, unfortunately, so the calories are down. As of yesterday. Druid is level 20 in Classic now. Yo, let's go. Staying safe out there. Level 20, getting up there. Getting into the dungeon, some instances, hopefully. That's good stuff. Alright, now that must be all of... Yeah, now we're locked out. Okay, so let's go over to Algaz Island. Because I want to camp... Well, actually, you know what? No, let me do one lap around, guys. I'm sorry. We're going to do one lap around just to try to get all the treasure and all the herbs that are spawned. We may as well. Why is it so far out? Oh, because I was in Onyxia's lair. Yeah, I'll do one lap around the zone just to get like the easy to grab herbs, any treasure chest, and any rares. And then we'll go camp Dr. Weevil and do a meat recap, guys. Find herbs, find treasure. Perfect. I started streaming at a good time. Just got cut up with expansion locked and fishing locked. Let's go. Welcome in. Happy Monday, guys. This week, actually, on, I think tomorrow, my brother's coming to visit. So, my schedule might be a little bit different and the end of the week. Like, I might end up not streaming Thursday, Friday, but stream the weekend instead. We'll see. But he's coming to visit. It's going to be great. And, yeah. Looking forward to it. But we'll see. I will probably stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then might be Thursday, Friday off, and then probably stream on the weekend instead. But I'll confirm that once we know the dates. No way the guy stuck in Shadowlands is still going? I'm pretty sure he is. Shax? Right? You don't know where you want to go? Either Ashenvale or Stone Talon? Yeah, you kind of want to stay in Kalimdor as Night Elf Druid. Yeah, I feel like I would quest through Ashenvale. I'm not as familiar with that area, though. As far as, like, where you would hop back and forth to stay on level. You could always pop over for, like, a Dead Mines run and then go back. Potentially. Are we going to do a wheel spin on Saturday? We'll see. So right now, I did clear the mailbox this weekend, so you can see we have 120k. That's 120,000 gold. So, with the current token prices, we're pretty much halfway. A little bit less than halfway. But usually generally speaking, the first week, or the first half of the time in a new zone, we're kind of exploring farms, not really, like, juicing the farms. So this week we will be doing a couple more farm tests, but also just kind of locking in on the actual gold farm. So hopefully there's a new spin soon. Technically it was 1.5 weeks. That's true, yeah, we rolled midweek, so we had a little bit extra time. Yeah. I don't see any treasure chests. Usually there's like a ton when we first log in. Yeah. But yeah, the front half is often like the farm tests. And a lot, like you kind of have to do it, right? You can't not test the farms, because that way you know which ones are kind of the best, what things to farm. But yeah, there were a couple duds there. Plus, I mean, if we sell a couple of Shadowforge sconces before long, all of a sudden you have a lot of gold in the mailbox, right? Getting fed up with Dead Mines. You want to do Wailing Caverns, but no one in the guild is up for it. And Group Finders, no one is running. It's all Dead Mines. Yeah, Wailing Caverns could be hard to find a group on for Alliance. Especially for Eastern Kingdoms like humans, dwarves, gnomes. A lot of people don't want to make that trek. So it would have to be like a pretty much almost like a Night Elf only group, eh? Do we have track treasure on? We do, yes. Yeah. Someone must have come through and gotten it, so we'll try to get some more later today. You think that's hard? Try making a group as a horde for Dead Mines. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine that might be a level of difficulty as well. I don't think, because I've played Horde a couple times. I don't think I've ever done Dead Mines on my Horde characters, to be honest. How do you even, like, plan to get there? Like, where do you run from? You probably have, yeah, that's probably, like, almost like suicide. That'd be hard. Like, maybe get a summon if someone gets there at a high level? That seems really dangerous. It's a bit hard. You need to jump off the Gromgall Zeppelin. Oh, that makes sense. But jumping can kill you, as it did to you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I could imagine that might be a little sketchy. I mean, if you aim for water, but maybe you miss, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, that's a bit of a high risk, medium reward there, I think. Because you have no quest for Dead Mines as Horde, right? Like, you're just there for the loot. Like, you're not getting any quests done. I mean, Smite's Mighty Hammer is pretty good, but it's not worth dying for, you know? But it is kind of cool to get there, I guess. Oh, man, I've never gotten that far in before they shot me down. How did the competition go? Yo, it went well. I'm actually right away here going to do a bit of a meat recap going over the live stream. I do want to camp Dr. Weevil, though, to get a couple kills while we're waiting. Or while we're talking. Because he should have a relatively fast respawn timer. It's like 5 minutes. So I'll just go up here and kill him a couple times while we look at the competition. Oh yeah, someone's definitely farming Dust Swallow because he's down. That's crazy. No one ever farms Dust Swallow. Uh-oh. We got competition. They're getting Dr. Weevil. They're getting the treasure chest. They probably got the rares. We just got no rares. Uh-oh, guys. We might have to stick to our skinning if we have competition. Alright, guys, but are you ready? It's time for the meat recap. Okay, so for all of you that are just tuning in or don't know, this past weekend it was our powerlifting competition. Competed at the provincials for powerlifting. Powerlifting as a sport it's kind of like Olympic lifting. Basically, there's 3 lifts that you do. You squat, which is, you know, a squat. You bench press, and deadlift. You get 3 attempts at each of those lifts. So you have 3 squat attempts. You can say how much you want to do. The only stipulation is, once you say how much you're going to do, it can only go up. So kind of the strategy is your first lift, you want to do something that's like, you're going to get it. You're going to guaranteed get it. And then you go heavier on your second. And your third, you kind of go for what you think might be your absolute max. But you still want to get that one. Reason on your opener, on your first lift for each one, you don't want to miss it. Because if you get 0 points on a squat, a bench, or a deadlift, you bomb out. You're out of the meet. You're disqualified. So you don't want to miss your first lift. It's bad. If you miss all of your lifts, you're out. So let me just change my setup here. Because I have the actual live stream here, guys, that we're going to watch. I want to talk about my lifts. I want to make sure I can also see Dr. Weevil if he spawns, though. That should be good. Full screen plus cam and mic. There we go. So this is, it's the provincials. So how it works, guys, is you're in a flight of lifters. So here, as you can see, it says squat 1, and there's like a bunch of guys. There's like 9 guys in the flight. So there's 9 guys I'm kind of competing against, like on this platform. This isn't me. This is Zach. He went right before me. But how it works? This is the first lift, the first squat. So everyone here, they've already all gone. It goes in an ascending bar. So whoever is lifting last has the heaviest opener, the heaviest first squat. As you can see here, Christopher, that's me. I did have the heaviest opening squat. However, big asterisks here, guys. So I'm competing in the weight class against all the same weight men, which is everyone that I'm competing with is under 265 pounds or 120 kilos. There's 9 guys here at provincials. However, you don't see it here on another platform. There's 3 other guys competing against us. That's platform 1. They just want to make it so the flights, like there's not more than like 9 lifters. Otherwise, it's too long between lifts. Big asterisk because it looks like I have the heaviest squat. However, the guys on the other platform are like, they got like really good lifts, and they did out squat me. I think actually, I think there might have been a squat provincial record that went down. Anyways, so everyone here is competing in the same weight class. So let's watch. The audio is also pretty bad, so I might mute the audio. Yeah, so now I'm coming out. This is my first squat. I have 270 kilos on here. That's like 590 595 pounds, I think. So this is squat 1. So we definitely want to make sure we get this one, guys. I'm very nervous at this point because, like, you know, it's just like you're going into a competition. You got to, you know, dap up all the pit crew. They're working hard out there. At this point, you just lock it in, guys. You're like, don't miss the lift. Don't miss the lift. Also, I'll wait for the lift here. We can talk about how things go. Unracking it. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty locked in. Lots of caffeine, lots of Advil in the system at this point in time. Go down and up. Boom. Good. You got to wait. So, like, I'll pause it here in a second. You have to wait for, like, the judge to give you commands. So pretty much every lift is, like, super, super strict on the rules. There's, like, a 50-page rule book. And there's 3 judges that are watching this competition. You can kind of see, like, here, the feet of one person. That's the judge on the left side. And now you'll see there's, like, 3 lights down here. The white light there is this judge here. They gave me a white light, which means in their opinion, the lift was good. I went to depth. I didn't jump any commands. The middle light is the front judge, the judge from the front. And then the right one is the judge on the right. So as you can see here, I got 2 whites and 1 red, which means the side and the front judge are like, yep, that was good. That was to depth. There's a couple other rules. Like if, like you'll see here, let me go back a little bit. I'll walk it out. And I can't start the squat until the head judge says squat. So I'm just waiting there. And then once you lift it up, you have to wait to put it back in the rack and take a step before they say rack. If you do the squat perfectly and take a step, it's no lift. So there's like a lot of weird rules. That's why like sometimes you'll see red lights when it looks like it was a good lift. There's like weird rules. On this one, I think the side judge didn't think I went to depth on the left leg. So I got a red light. However, all you need in powerlifting is the majority. So 2 whites and 1 red means good lift. If it was 2 reds and 1 white, bad lift. All in all, guys, first squat went well. A little jittery. I actually got onto the bar a little bit too narrow, like my feet were too close together. And so I feel like that's why I didn't go as deep and I maybe got a left. Yeah. So that was the first one. Now at the back here, you don't see me. We're going to the scorekeeper. Pathwife is back there handling me. Robin here. I was warming up with Robin. He was on the same kind of platform in the back. Absolute Chad of a man. Dude can bench the world. He got, so as you see here, his first, just to talk about the lights. His first lift, he got no lift, red, because he didn't wait for the judge to tell him to come back into the platform. So he just took the same weight again to make sure he got the weight. Because like I said, if you don't register a lift... Oh! Thanks, guys. Yeah, there we go. We got the kill on the rare. Wait for him to respawn again. If you don't register the lift, then you fail out. So now we're all going into our second attempt. So you get 2 attempts. Lots of guys out here squatting big weights. For my second attempt, we did put in for 285 kilos, which is 630 pounds. So I'm at the end of the flight here. Rationale there, it's a pretty standard jump, like 270 kilos to 285. A 15 kilo or 30 pound jump is kind of standard for your second. Rationale for the second lift, you really want to make sure you get the lift. Like you do not want to miss your second. But you also want to make sure it's heavy enough where if you miss your third, it's still good points. So it's a bit of like a balancing act here on how heavy to go on your second. So just for example's sake, we'll watch Joel here, lifting 255 kilos. He jumped up from his first from 245 kilos, so a 10 kilo jump. Some people take different size jumps. You might take a smaller jump if your opener didn't feel too great, but yeah, that's no problem for Joel there. And then he gets 3 white lights. Now let's go ahead. I'll fast forward here to my second lift. Sheridan here. You see he's repping the Team Canada singlet because he competed at Worlds representing Team Canada at some point in time. Very strong man. Zach here with 265. I think it was really smooth here. Yeah. Why is the rack so tippy? Shouldn't it be fixed in place? It's just freestanding, man. It's just freestanding. That's why there's so many spotters. But the rack, it like is super adjustable. Like you can see them change the height of the rack with like the lever arm there. If you want, you can have the arms go in like that. So if you want to grab really wide, the arms of the rack can go in. So it's kind of like all over the place. But here's the second squat, guys. We're gonna come out 285 kilos, 628 pounds. This is tying my all-time best squat ever. So this is going for tying my best squat of all time in competition and out of competition. So I want to make sure we got this locked in. At this point, I'm just thinking, pop wings, make sure you use your seal twisting. Blessing of Might is on. Yep. Maybe even world buffs. All right, got to wait for the start command. And yep, it felt pretty good. Like it was definitely, as far as a second and like for tying PB, very smooth. Got 3 white lights on that one. No issues on depth from the judges. So the first time I stood too narrow, so I think it affected my depth a little bit. But now we're going into the third attempt squat. So this is the final squat. So at this time, I'm going for broke. I kind of wanted 300, like in my head, I wanted to load 300 kilos, but I thought it's probably not in the cards. So I loaded 295 kilos, which is like 650 pounds. In my head, I was like 90% for sure on this one, so I thought it was the safe pick. Whereas 300 kilos, I thought it was like 50-50 if I would hit it or not. So here's the 295. Third attempt squat, last squat of the flight. At this point, we're kind of just excited, not so much nervous anymore, hoping to go for the PR here. Yep. And then here we go. And right about here, I just got out of the groove. How did it feel? It honestly felt really good. Like when I unracked it, I was like, oh, this is going. Like on the unrack, I'm like feeling good. I think I went a little narrow again. I don't really know what happened. Like I thought for sure I'd get it, but I did miss the squat. Like here it's good, here it's good. And then I think my weight kind of shifted forward too much and it's just out of the groove. But yeah, so we missed the third squat. Didn't get the PR on the squat. We tied our all-time best squat though, so you can't be too upset with that. Now we move to bench press. So going into bench press, we are currently, doing pretty good. I think we're ranked overall in the competition. Just with our bench, just with our squat, I think we had like the third heaviest squat. We did get out squatted on the other platform, like I mentioned. So even though I was the last to squat here, there was other 120s that did. Who the heck is this? They were tiny. Anyways, we're back. Wait, there we go. So I'll just fast forward until I'm squatting or benching here. So bench is the second lift. Bench is my worst lift compared to the squat. Oh, I missed it here. Oh, we're actually way deep into bench right now. One sec. Yeah, now, so this is the flight before us. They're third, so I'm just going to fast forward here. Yeah, so bench is like comparatively my worst lift compared to squat and deadlift. So As you'll see, I will be earlier on in the order for bench press. I put my first attempt in at 145 kilos, which is 320 pounds for my opener. However, that is like 325 was like my old competition personal best before this competition. So putting it in as my opener, we were feeling pretty good. So 145 kilos. Here's the first bench. Bench, there's a lot of commands. You got to pause at the bottom until they say press. So, yeah, it can kind of be tough. All right. Got to make sure we press up the weight. Let's see. Also, my left elbow is broken, so it looks kind of weird. Yo, pause and press, and yeah, it was pretty darn easy, guys. Opener should be easy. We load 152.5, or that's basically 340 pounds for our next one, so looks pretty good. No bench shirt. Nope, this one is raw, so there's no equipment. You can wear like wrist wraps, belts, and knee sleeves. Was Chug also in this comp? He was registered, but his work got extended, and so he's still away for work, unfortunately, so he had to miss it. All right, so here is the second bench press. We loaded 152 kilos, which is like a 10 pounds over my personal best. This is 340 pounds. I think my best in competition was 330 before this. So if I lock this in, it's nice. Get a nice little PB. And we still have one more attempt to go after. So we'll see how it moves. If you're looking at the weights here, these are kilo plates. So that's 25 kilos are the reds. Those are 55 pounds each. And not too bad at all, actually. Pretty smooth second bench. So at this point, I want to make sure my next bench, I get it. So I get as much points as I can as far as kilos. I don't want to miss it. I want to get a PR as well. Are you allowed to arch your back? You see a lot of videos on YouTube where there's people using very extreme arch when bench pressing. They actually, 714, they just changed the rule on that. So it used to be, like as you can see here, I am like arching my back to kind of like lock my shoulders in place. But it's not that extreme arch. So the rule is now, like before, it didn't matter how far the bar moved. Like so people would arch their back like crazy. Whereas now they made a rule where your elbow, so like as you can see here, my thing is, when you're at the bottom of the bench press, your elbow has to go below the top of your delt. So I'm way below that. Like I can't arch more. I just try to get into a strong position. But people who could arch their chest like up to here, as long as their elbows are breaking where their shoulder is, it's okay. So that rule got rid of like the extreme arches, and that was like 2 years ago. So there's less extreme arching now, but I just kind of get a strong position. You'll notice it's a lot of the lighter weight classes that do the arch a bit more effectively. The bigger you get, it's kind of like you just want to get into the best position. And I'll fast forward to the third bench press, guys, where we load 160 kilos. An absolute massive PR if we get it. That's 352 pounds. So this is like 25 pounds over my last best bench press in competition. We'll see if we get it. We'll see. No guarantees on this one. It'd be good points if we get it, though. Dr. Weevil is not up yet either. Let's see here. Kind of doing the same pre-bench routine and all that stuff. Also, once you get on the platform, you have 60 seconds to do your lift. That's why there's a timer there. Pause and press. A little bit slower, but we did get it. Wait for the rack command. All good, guys. 3 white lights on that bench press. Locks in the PR on bench. Boom. Big. Love to see it. So now squat and bench is done. currently, I think we're sitting like 5th or 6th overall in the competition. Between those two ones. And then it's time for deadlift. So now, all that's left is 3 deadlifts. Yo, Grass, that was cool. Thank you, man. You know, we made a lot of progress on the bench this year for sure. Just gotta fast forward here until the deadlifts. Quite a long break for deadlifts. Is it a real deadlift or sumo style? Sumo style? Well, for the competition, as you can see here, he's pulling sumo. So the powerlifting rules do allow sumo. Like this guy here, he's in a different class. He is pulling sumo. Oh, this is a terrible position for the judge to be in. They're blocking it. Sumo is when your hands are between your legs like that. In this competition, I pulled conventional. So conventional deadlift is like this guy when your hands are outside your legs. That's a conventional deadlift. In powerlifting, you can do either or. Also in powerlifting, there's no straps. Like you just have to hold the bar yourself, which is why you get this happening. You know, you rip your hand open. But there's no straps, but you can pull conventional or sumo. Let me just fast forward here. What happened to the deadlifts? That's the end of the stream? What? Did they DC? He's up again. 1 sec. I gotta look and see if... maybe there's a secondary stream. Because I did watch the deadlifts back. Day 3. Platform 2. Oh, you know what it is, guys? The YouTube stream went to 12 hours. It doesn't look like it got split into 2 streams. It just looks like it's not there anymore. For storage. Yeah. I think the VOD got cut for the 12-hour storage time limit. That's too bad. Because, yeah, it definitely was there before. It looks like it got cut, though. We can see here the chat replay, though. We got Trinzy and Jaeger in the chat. Unfortunately, YouTube caps VODs at 12 hours, so it looks like our deadlifts went into the nether. What I can do, though, I think I have videos of it myself, so let me just get that out. Or maybe I don't. I actually don't think I have the deadlift videos. 1 sec, let me see if I have them. Celise, you watched it live? So it did happen. Confirmed. Yeah, I don't have any deadlift videos. So, what happened on the deadlift while we camp here on Dr. Weevil? My opener deadlift was 280 kilos, which is... times 2.2056. 617 pounds. I got it quite well, but for some reason, the 2 side judges gave me red lights. I'm pretty sure it's because... either they thought my knees weren't locked out, or because they thought the bar went up and down or something. So I got no lift on my opening deadlift on a technicality. So I just stayed at 280 kilos for my second lift as well, just to make sure I don't not get a lift. And I just did 280 again on my second attempt. I got 3 white lights on the second, so it's all good. But that left me with only 1 deadlift. And I really, really wanted to go 300 kilos. So I loaded 300 kilos on the bar. At this point, though, we were feeling it, which is 661 pounds. I didn't end up getting that deadlift, my third deadlift. I broke it off the ground like 3 inches maybe, but just wasn't there on the day. But all in all, guys, we ended up with a total of 725 kilos. The total is the combined value of your squat, bench, and deadlift, which is 25 kilos higher than my previous personal best, which is 1,600 pounds, basically, total. I tied... It was a three-way tie for 5th, 6th, and 7th at 725 kilos. However, there's no ties in powerlifting. So when 3 people tie and 3 people get the same total of 725, it goes to body weight. So whoever weighed in lighter wins. Zach, who is the guy who was squatting before me, he also hit 725. He weighed in lighter than me, so he beat me, and he got 5th. So I got 6th, because then Sheridan, who was wearing the Team Canada singlet, he got the same total, but he weighed in heavier than me, so he got 7th. But yeah, 3-way tie there for 5th, 6th, and 7th. And then 2nd and 3rd totaled 775 kilos, absolute beasts. And then the guy who got 1st totaled 830 kilos. Zach Schwach. I think he got a squat record too, 1830 pounds. So we didn't get 1st by any means. But we definitely did what we came to do. Got some PBs and had a good time. So that was our weekend, guys. There's the meet recap, and we walked away without too much of an injury, but a good weekend. Yep. Congrats on 6th and beating the PBs. Thank you. Watched the guy who won. It was crazy. Yeah. What the craziest thing is, the guy who won, Zach. The weight class goes from 105 kilos to 120 kilos. He weighed in at 106. So he just decided to compete heavier. Like he could have competed in the lighter weight class. So that dude's insane. Dude, he's been around for a while. Very strong man. Hats off to him. Congratulations on the W. And impressive stuff. Awesome. Congrats. Glad I had fun. Thank you. Yeah. Love the strategy behind picking your weights. Powerlifting is awesome. Yeah, it's pretty fun. You get into like a lot of... I'm gonna camp out here for one more kill, by the way, and then we'll go farm some other stuff. You get into a lot of nuance as well when it comes to attempt selection, especially when you're like really close, like playing for placings, because you can technically change your last attempt. Like, so say you say like I... Objectively speaking, for my last deadlift, like I shouldn't have loaded 300. I should have loaded like 282.5, like the smallest jump I could have, just so I could have chipped over the guys that I was tied with. Then I would have come in 5th, right? I was more so just going for myself. I wasn't really necessarily going for placing, so I loaded the big one. But yeah, it gets really intense with like... your coach will min-max when he puts in an attempt change to try to like, yeah, play mind games on the other like people. But yeah, it gets pretty intense at the high level, guys, powerlifting. But yeah, so that was the comp, guys. Now we can farm more gold. Powerlifting is awesome because it's actually really you versus yourself. Do the best you can and see how you stack up. Exactly. Exactly. That's the cool part.
Open for business.
And like this was a provincial level competition. So yeah, some pretty strong guys at provincials, westerns, and nationals. Because there's qualifying standards or totals. So everyone that was competing in this meet competed at a previous meet within the last year and hit like a certain amount of weight lifted to qualify. All you can say is you were in shock with how big my legs were. They're like redwoods. Yo, Ty. Yeah. The squad is my lift for sure. Yeah. Thank you. Did the placement at that competition affect anything going forward? No. So the actual like level of placement doesn't matter as much as how much I lifted. So with what I did at that competition, 725 kilos, it does qualify me for this coming up 2026 Western Canada competition, but not enough for 2026 Nationals. If I wanted to compete at nationals, I would have had to total 762 kilos. Unfortunately, so I'm qualified for regionals, but not nationals. We'll see. I may end up doing regionals, but at a lighter weight class, at the 105 kilo weight class. Regionals is in October in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. So we'll see. Maybe I'll convince Chug to go there with me. Yo, Zukai, greetings, traveler, with the Twitch Prime. How you doing? Welcome in. You were a powerlifting manager in high school. Did a lot of knee wrapping and things like that. Oh man, knee wrapping is no joke. That is tiring work with equipped wrapping knees. Always cool to see the top guys compete against each other. Yeah. Bench improved a lot though. First two were PBs and pretty easy for me, right? Yeah. So yeah, my bench, I opened up, like my first bench tied my personal best, and then the second was a personal best by like a lot. Can I qualify for nationals based on the results at regionals? Yes, I can. So that might be what I'll do. Especially if I end up competing at the lighter weight class, because then I'll only have to hit 740 kilos, but then I also am lighter. But yeah, so if I did go to regionals, I could qualify for nationals if I had a really good total there. Right now, though, my priority is kind of this year a little more on strongman. So I'm competing, August in Scotland for Natural World's Strongest Man. This year I won Western Canada's Natural Strongest Man at 105 kilos. So I qualified to go to Worlds there. So that's my priority right now. And then after that, I'll make the call on if I want to extend my season. And do like the powerlifting Westerns and maybe Nationals if I qualify. Or if I just want to say, let's let this body rest. And now my time has come to an end. We'll see. Erod, very sad Saturday with no upload. Yes. Although, rest assured, Saturdays without uploads for Goldbound are very likely followed with Saturdays with big episodes. So, but yeah, no upload this weekend, unfortunately. I'm kind of just going around, by the way, right now to get some herbs, check on the rare spawns, and ideally some treasure chests if I can find them. I think we may have some competition in the zone, though, so I think those treasure chests may be snatched up. Sore knuckles from those wraps. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. On my second deadlift, I tore my callus straight open. And that bad boy was bleeding. So I just went out to the back and I just shoved it full of chalk so it stopped bleeding. And then I tried to pull 300 kilos with like the torn hand. Didn't work. I didn't miss the weight though on the hand. I missed it on like not strong enough. Ooh, Scotland? Yeah, I'm stoked. Chug Life is going to that competition as well in Scotland, so that'll be a fun one. How tall am I? I'm like 185, 186 centimeters-ish. So like basically 6 foot, just between 6 foot and 6'1" in different measurements there. And I'm at that competition, I weighed in at 114 kilos, which is 252 pounds. But that was a pretty late competition, like an evening competition, so I was eating all day. So I could have been lighter, but I'd rather be fueled than weighing a little bit lighter. What are we farming the doctor dude for? He drops a toy. The red ray gun is a thing he can drop. Will the strongman comp in Scotland be televised? It'll be streamed. It won't be televised, but they got a pretty good stream with like commentators there. It's a 2-day event. I will say, from a purely spectator perspective, strongman is a lot more fun to watch than powerlifting. So. But yeah, it will be streamed. I'll drop a link to it once it's posted in the Discord if anyone wants to tune in. I'm like a linebacker in the NFL. I don't know. I feel like some of the linebackers are like 350, right? They're big. Yeah. That's like your niche, just CrossFit, and they had to meet in Toronto for first competition, and for the team, one of our teammate won first place, which would qualify them for Worlds, but since it was their first, don't think they expected that, so they won't go this year, but I think next year they can plan for it. Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. Pretty impressive too. CrossFit's like really competitive nowadays. Pretty impressive to qualify there. They have pretty intense qualifying standards as well. Yo, Smambert19. Hey, Path, fan of the YouTube videos. Nice to catch us streaming. Yo, welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. If I could meet any strongman, who would it be? Any strongman, who would it be? I feel like if I was to meet a strongman and just kind of like hang out, maybe. Oh, there's a chest here. Maybe Magnus for Magnuson, man. Just chilling with them. Go hang out in Iceland or something. Current competitors, though. Honestly, probably Martins. I like Martins. Whoa! Whoa! Well, that's a weapon. Hellslayer Battle Axe. Honored. Historical price is 180. Region sale average 1.4k. Bit of a slower sale rate, but still like a decent sale rate. We'll take it. In the bags. Oh yeah, Brian Shaw would be cool. Brian Shaw seems like he'd be a nice guy. Mark Henry, oh yeah. Legendary grip strength. If I come to Iceland and I stitch you up, you live there? I may end up going there for a competition in the future. We're doing Scotland this year. Yeah. For the Scotland competition, way to give the name. I was like, I should just put Patholerics on the back there. I don't think they'd like that though. They may not approve of that one. Power or strongman comp? Scotland is strongman. Yeah. This past competition was powerlifting. I kind of did this one as like a fun competition during my strongman prep. So I more so treated the powerlifting meet prep as like the strength base phase for my strongman competition, which is in 9 weeks. So now I'm like on like a 1 week kind of deload-ish, you know, you let the body kind of reset, and then it'll be like 8 weeks of pretty intense prep into Scotland. Yo, Nahembi, greetings, traveler, with the tier 1. How we doing? That's an awesome axe skin, like the whirlwind axe from the old Warrior Quest. Yeah, actually. Kind of is like that. I didn't. Oh, that's ATT. I didn't track my resets on Loot Appraiser. I feel like in like 5 minutes I can go do another Onyxia's reset. I think I have to mow the lawn today as well. Hopthor? Hopthor's cool. Yeah. So bored right now leveling your fishing on Sleaze and Hardcore. Hardcore, you know, hardcore fishing, you know, at least you're chilling, you're staying alive. Yeah. At least you can listen to the stream. There we go. We will have a hardcore day tomorrow. It's actually a good day for hardcore because there's a massive retail outage tomorrow, hey? It's planned for like a 7-hour server outage on retail, but it's like a regular like 1 hour Tuesday reset on hardcore, so it'll be a good day for hardcore. Do the judges tell you why you failed when they fail you on the lift? You can ask them, but a lot of the times, like, it's usually obvious. And a lot of the times, like, to be honest, like, on my deadlift, when I got a red, or 2 reds, I didn't know for sure, but I was kind of just too hyped up from the lift to, like, process it. I just, like, didn't talk to them. Yeah, but I think you can. Usually your coach will go do it, like, or your handler would go talk to them and ask, like, what it was, but like 90% of the time, it's, like, pretty obvious what it was. You can also appeal a decision, but only in certain competitions if they have a jury. Yo, Trinzy. Greetings, traveler. How we doing? I saw you popped in on the live stream. We just did the recap of the meet, so yeah, it was a good weekend. That's why they made robots to do the lawn. I don't know if I trust one of those like robot lawnmowers to like drive around with blades. I don't know. Seems a little bit scary, a little bit sketchy. The amount of times, like, I used to have one of those Roombas, which are like the robot vacuums, and the amount of times that thing drove over something I wasn't supposed to, if it was a lawnmower, it would have been real bad. It was awesome. I actually ended up watching a few hours before the flight started. Right on. I saw you were, yeah, I saw in the replay. I think you were the #1 ranked chatter for the live stream. Appreciate the support out there. But yeah, no, it's a fun competition. They had a good feed on the stream. The audio was not the best, but it seemed like the stream was like pretty decent. Sometimes they had commentators. I don't think they had commentators this time, unfortunately. Your next door neighbor uses a robot lawnmower, has had it for almost 2 years, next to no issues, or no issues. Robo-motors are much smarter than the Roombas. That I kind of assume probably. It still is a little bit scary. It's like self-driving cars. Like, I'm sure it's fine, but it's a little scary, you know? It's still a little uneasy. You had one question. There was one guy that kept trying to squat 200 kgs, 440 pounds. If you state what weight you're trying, are you not allowed to change it? Felt really bad for him. Yeah, so how it works, the rules are, when you weigh in, like 2 hours before the competition, you give the judges your opening attempts for squat, for bench, and deadlift. So those are kind of set in stone, but not really. So you can always, like, anytime, as long as like it's within like 5 minutes, like 3 lifters before you go, you can increase how much you're gonna lift with some parameters. You just can't decrease the amount you're gonna lift. technically speaking, before anyone starts lifting, like before the flight starts, as long as you give them a change request like 3 minutes before anyone starts squatting, you can drop it down because it changes your order in the lead. But once people start lifting, you cannot decrease your attempt. So if you try 200 kilos and miss it, you can't put it down. It has to stay at 200 kilos. Yeah. That's why you definitely want to make sure your opener is like something you can do, even if you had like a terrible sleep, misgroove it, and then go a bit heavier on your second. Usually speaking, especially at that level of competition, if someone ends up missing their opener, it's probably because they had to cut weight for the competition and the weight cut didn't go well, like they dehydrated themselves and then they can't rehydrate fast enough. In that case, you should put a low attempt in just to like make sure you get it. But yeah, it's always tough because if you don't get your opener, you can't go down. Isn't kilo to pound 2.2046? Yeah, there's a lot of significant digits. I usually do like mental math. I do 2.2, but like if I do it on the paper, I'll go like 2.2046 usually. So it's like 440.9. Yeah, 2.2 is like the napkin math, but there are some digits you can carry. That makes sense. Poor guy kept getting red lights because he's coming back up into the squat. He was swaying backwards into the spotters. Oh, geez, yeah. I didn't see that. Did he not end up getting any of his attempts on squat? Yeah, you'll see like red lights for different things. Nope, none of them. Oh, it's too bad. Yeah, you'll get red lights for different things because there's like a pretty strict rule book on the the requirements for a lift to be a good lift. That's why if you talk to a powerlifter and you ask them their best lifts, they have two numbers. They have competition lift and gym lift. 95% of the time, their best lifts, like absolute numbers, are in the gym because you don't have like the competition rules, right? Like you can be a little bit more lax on them. So that's why gym lifts are like an asterisk. Yeah. Used to compete in both powerlifting and Olympic weightlifting. Always a bummer to fail the first lift. Different sports, but both really fun to compete in. Yeah. The opener is really, like the first lift is really stressful. Like, you really want to be making sure you get that one. I have the most nerves before squat 1 than squat 3, even though squat 3 is a lot heavier. Hey, Stella. Stella came in to say hello. And nursing use 2.2 because the time you're getting into the thousandth of kilos, it isn't making a difference. Yeah. Yeah, in powerlifting, I don't know how many digits they carry, but it's quite a few for like the records and stuff. Because attempt selection in powerlifting, you have to make your attempts by 2.5 kilo increments, so 5 pound increments basically. So you can go like 200, 202.5, 205. Those are like the selections you have. Unless you're breaking a national, provincial, or international record, in which case you can go up by 500 grams. So that's when the grams come into play. Otherwise, you'll have like the minimum thing you can move up by. The smallest increment is 2.5 kilos. No time to game, yo path. You have 2,000 Serenite bars. The price has been tanking day over day. Would I cut my losses or hold? Let me look up on Trade Skill Master the price history graph here of Serenite bars. Serenite bar. Oh, whoa. Yeah, Serenite's been crashing over the last, like, 3 months. I don't know what I would do, man. This is the Serenite graph, guys, right here. So it was up. This is May, and it's just been going down. That's crazy. I don't know what's going on with Serenite. I would almost hold, like, I don't know if it's going to go down beyond that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should he sell his 2,000 Serenite bars or hold and hope the market goes up? You could always try to reset it, like buy out a whole bunch and like push it back up to 30. Because the price was there before. Hold. Looks like a bot is farming during the min price set. Time to invest in Serenite. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't done too much like long-term trade good flips like that. Interesting aspect, though, of the game. A lot of people are saying hold. By now, the 2K Serenite is low. Might as well hold. Yeah. Serenite bars are basically WoW Bitcoins. Just hold. Hold and it'll go to the moon. The Serenite bar meme coin. Yo, resident of Kanto. Greetings, traveler. Oh, that's right. The Strait of Serenite was reopened, which brought a lot more Serenite into the market. Unless Anduin blocks Northern Trade again, the market is back. Oh, transmute to titanium. I'm not super familiar with the transmute setup, but that might be an angle. If the price is lower than it has been, there could be an arbitrage scenario where the transmute might be more profitable than normal. Because titanium prices might be based on previous Serenite prices of 30 gold each. It's a good point. Might be something to look into. Maybe transmute is the angle. That could be a very profitable transmute if that's the case. Otherwise, just hold. Yep. There's no losses until you sell. Hashtag not financial advice. We're talking about gold, guys, alright? Not financial advice. It might look like it, because there's graphs, but this is World of Warcraft gold. Because how much is 2,000 Serenite ore? Yeah, we're talking about 42k versus like the regular price would be like 60k, so. Yeah, a couple things you could do. Did you miss Molten Core? Nope. We have not done any raids yet. I will probably do Molten Core a little bit earlier in the day, you guys, and do Onyxia's a little bit later. Because I want to leave Onyxia's trash resets on. Whereas I'm not doing any more Molten Core resets. We did a lot of resets earlier. Maybe I should save. Oh, I'm not tracking my resets again. Maybe I should save a lockout for Molten Core. Possibly. I hope it doesn't rain today. I wanted to mow my lawn this evening. That's your strat for Novo Nordisk. Negative 10k only counts if you sell it. I mean, yeah, you only lock in profits or losses once you sell the shares. Also, again, not financial advice, but That's not advice. That's just like a fact, I think, right? I'm not saying if you should sell or not. I'm just saying profits and losses are locked in from a tax perspective, probably. Also not tax advice when you sell. I do find like the MMOs market so fascinating from like a economy perspective. Especially like RuneScape and WoW are so cool as far as the economy. They also have very different like auction houses. The auction house in WoW versus the Grand Exchange in RuneScape. There's pros and cons to both. But RuneScape as a game is set up very differently to WoW. Because in RuneScape, probably like 98% of items don't get soulbound. It's as if like the best item in the game was a common or gray sword. So you could buy it and use it and then sell it. So items are traded very frequently. So people will have like a set amount of gold and routinely buy and sell the same items for different purposes. So items sell a lot in RuneScape. So they're very frequently traded. So it makes it very interesting. It also means with a lot of gold, you can pretty much buy a best in slot set. There are a few items though in RuneScape that are only obtained by completing things like, if you're familiar with WoW Mage Tower, there's like things like that in the game where you only get them if your character does them, and those are soulbound. Or like the equivalent of soulbound. But yeah, it's very cool to look at the markets. I think it's an interesting kind of micro economy. Micro, like, used loosely. Imagine if every mount could be posted on the auction house. Yeah. It's also kind of a function of how RuneScape operates, too, where newer gear is sometimes better, but not always. It would be like as if you could go back to BFA, and some of the set bonuses were, like, really good for current content. Like, some old gear is quite good. What time will I run the raids? I don't know for sure. I don't have a set time. I think I'll do Molten Core first, though, before full clearing at Oni. We also have skinning, so I can do Blackwing Layer 2 if I want. Am I gonna have an Eve day soon? Will I ever have one? Maybe. Will it be soon? Probably not. Probably not. I think it's somewhat interesting to me, but I think there's a lot of games I would probably want to try out first. To be honest. The only other game I've actually technically streamed, and it was just during a patch downtime, was old school RuneScape. It was like an hour during when like the WoW servers were down. I've also streamed fitness. I did a workout stream one time. ESO has a similar thing like that too with old set bonuses. I think it's a cool aspect, man. I feel like it's a hard balancing act though. Speaking of OSRS, will you be able to... You will be able to sell items for more than max cash. Yeah, that's crazy. Has Boo been asleep since the start or ready for some backseat moderating? Boo was not here at the start of the stream. But he did come in maybe like, what, 20 minutes into the stream, and he has been asleep since. Wouldn't mind seeing some RuneScape content from me. I like RuneScape, man. Yeah, I like RuneScape. Wait, if every mount and transmog from old raids could be sold on the auction house, there were no tokens and you could buy very good gear, that would make old zones and raids relevant again if gold worked differently. Yeah. I don't know how they would implement it, but some aspect where older raids gear in certain circumstances might still be really good, I think is kind of like how, to a certain degree, they probably should structure Classic Plus. Like, not to a degree where you have to run every raid every week and all of a sudden it's like a massive checklist, but like, maybe if like, you know, you could stack certain sets or something. Easier said than done, right? Easier said than done, but I think that would be, in my mind, one aspect of a positive Classic Plus experience where, you know, old content has like decent gear. Even just like for a thought experiment, what if there was a Classic Plus with no tokens, but all gear was BOE? You know, let's just be crazy with it for a second. That's kind of like how RuneScape works. It does feel a little bit too far away from like what Classic WoW was anyways, but it makes you think, right? Like, but then again, then, you know, maybe you just have way more problems with gold buyers, like third-party gold buyers, probably. Yeah. That would be cool, but the old gold farmer bots would ruin it. Yeah. I think for a game like that, RuneScape is perfect for it because endgame RuneScape is basically just like rare drop farming and gold farming when you break it down. So everyone is basically just gold farming at endgame. Kind of. You know? Yeah. I mean, there's also an argument to go the exact complete opposite and almost make it like more solo self-found, right? To avoid the bots. Problem is, to a certain degree, that does take out certain parts of like the social, community, and economy. I wonder if there's a balance there that you could do. Like maybe the self-found is good for everyone if, with like a decent amount of playing, not like overplaying, but like maybe self-found consumables, right? Because I'm not really an endgame raider, but isn't that what everyone's buying gold for, consumables? What if they just implemented something like lumber resource, which you could farm yourself, it wouldn't be too much, and you needed that to craft your own consumables? I feel like lumber is a really, really strong idea against bots. Lumber and soulbound stuff like that, or warbound stuff. Like maybe there's a place for that in Classic Plus. Almost like a profession energy bar. I don't know. Just spitballing. Self-found, but all props available would be peak. I would love that, dude. Give us a self-found server where there's no cap on profs. That would be actually so fun. I would be there. I would do Goldbound Classic Plus on that server. 100%. Mark my words. Unfortunately, that does sound more like a private server than what Blizzard would release. But, yeah. Be aggressive with bots, just don't let them run for months at a time. Yeah. I'm with you. Yeah, we actually have like a lot of gold from Goldthorn here too, which is quite nice. Yeah, I think it depends how ingrained professions are in raiding, right? Like, because right now, especially in classic professions, you almost pick your professions more so for like your role in raid and like what you need to get or like gear you need to get. Yeah. Do I mean concentration crafting? Kind of, but not really. Like, it would almost be like concentration crafting if you would like go out and farm concentration yourself as a soulbound resource versus it being like a time-gated thing. Basically lumber. Like, I think every profession should have some aspect of lumber, which is like a soulbound gathering profession. Like a secondary profession, and it just fuels all your crafting. I don't know. Well, I guess there would still be bots though. After this loop, I want to do one more lap around before doing more things. I think it's good to not sit and do herbalism for an hour. Rather, just like every now and then, clear the whole zone of all herbs. That way you get like a really high density herb session for like 10 minutes. It seems to be the best kind of like perceived value per hour. If we can just maximize like a couple of farms where we get like high value, even if it's a short time, we can do that. I mean, that's a good point. I haven't seen any bots on hardcore. Just saying. I mean, are there bots on hardcore? Is this like... I guess maybe not. There must be some. Because people for sure probably buy gold in hardcore servers, right? It would be a very different bot angle though, because if their character dies, yeah, it's kind of like it's dead. Oh, we transformed into our other form here. Yo, Casual Fury. Greetings, Traveler, with the Twitch Prime. Welcome in. Krillian, that's true. Any gold you lose on hardcore can be freely transferred to a non-hardcore realm. So the bots might just like start on hardcore, and then if they happen to die, it's like, oh well, we'll just do it. We still have the gold on softcore. It's not like they lose the gold. But there probably must be a premium on hardcore gold. But don't buy gold, guys. Not encouraging it, I'm just speculating. Yo, Coachy, greetings, travelers, with the Twitch Prime, also procking the hype train. Good morning. Appreciate the Twitch Prime, by the way. I remember watching that YouTube series of the guy who was hunting down bots in hardcore, yeah. I feel like that's a gray area, where it's like, you're a vigilante, technically you're griefing, but the person you're griefing is a bot, and like, against terms of service? So does that therefore make your griefing in terms of service? I feel like that's a very like Dexter vibe. It's like, I'm a serial killer, but I kill other serial killers, so it's okay. Technically, maybe you're morally in the right, but you're still breaking terms of service. I don't think Blizzard would ban you though, right? They probably just say like, thanks. Yo, greetings, Traveler Cirabel, with the 5 community gifted subs on the hype train. Appreciate the support. What are we at now? Hype train level. It's still loading. A sub going to Vladimir TV, Broxagav, Hanselina, DJK, and Mr. Sock Guru. Level 3 hype train now. Bringing the hype on the Monday in Dustfellow Marsh. IRL, two negatives don't make a right. That's only in math. Yeah. I wonder, though, like, if Blizzard knew you were griefing bots, they probably don't ban you, right? They're probably like, well, I mean, you're kind of griefing, but you're kind of doing our job. The problem is, what if you see someone who you think is a bot and they're not, right? Then you're just griefing someone who's just probably farming a very repetitive task. Yo, Timmy Tech coming in with the 5 gifted subs as well. Yo, Timmy Tech, appreciate the 5 subs. Welcome into all the sub-E's, the sub-gift receivers. Mini5, Tycoons, Ryan Dorr, Jimmy, the Bellhop, and Morovo NA. Yo, what level are we at now, guys? Level 4, Hype Train. Big. Let's go. Yo, let's go, guys. Now, I do want to make sure we're getting all the herbs as fast as possible, so I'm going to go grab those too. Maybe even a couple more treasure chests, because we are tracking treasure, right? We are tracking treasure, yeah. Yo, Feralkin, with the follow and the Twitch Prime in the same minute. Welcome in, Feralkin. Appreciate the follow and the Prime. We're getting a little more comfortable with the zone, so I am skyriding, but I gotta be careful. It's dangerous to dual gather skyride on a hype train. I get very distracted very easily by the hype. Maybe I should stay grounded. It's all AI banning now, no human interactions. Yeah. So I guess if you grief a bot, is the bot gonna report you, or is that gonna bring more? Probably not, because it would just bring the eye like onto them. And they probably Knight's Boots. Now that's a nice little drop right there, guys. 1.5k on sale average and market value with a good sale rate. That is a pristine piece of transmog right there. Fast selling, mid piece. That is a quick sell 1.5k. Oh, griefing bots gives you bots reporting you in mass. They can automate the game and they automate reporting. It happens. Oh, wow. That's kind of scary, yeah. Especially if, like, the whole report system is, like, AI. And if they get, like, 100 reports, they probably just assume it's legit. Feralkin, yo, yo, yo. Finally managed to catch a stream, so decided to pop in with the follow and the prime. And also, artist bonus, chill stream to vibe with while drawing. Yo, let's go. I always like hearing that, like, a lot of what, like, a lot of you guys are chilling, maybe working, playing WoW. A couple people say when they're doing, like, art or stuff like that, they like watching the stream. That's cool to hear. Glad we can provide some chill vibes while you're, working on some art. Any more treasure chests? Someone earlier. If you were in charge of bots, you would always have them report random players as bot, not 100, but a few each day for every bot, just to gunk up the system. add noise to the signal. They'll honestly probably do that. Actually, though. Yo, Derelith with the 250 bits on the cheer. Appreciate the bits, Derelith. Oh, honestly, they probably do that. That just seems like probably a good idea. Twilight Belt. Oh, we can probably check on Dart and Dart's hatchling. I've gotten quite a few of the hatchlings, but you can't have too many battle pets, right? Ooh! Oh, it's still Monday, guys. I was like, we gotta check and see if archaeology reset. I'm curious. I don't know if it will. I don't think it will. I wonder, though, come tomorrow, maybe archaeology will reset with the patch. We'll see. If it would ever reset, it would definitely be on, like, the hard, like, the big downtime for a big patch day. Maybe. We'll see. Because tomorrow's like a new raid, right? That's like a big patch. Pretty sure it won't reset. I'm leaning towards probably not, but we'll see. It might. Also, guys. Level 4 hype train complete. Let's drop it right there. Choo-choo, guys. Appreciate the support on the hype train. Little Monday morning stream. Unlearn and learn it again. Apparently that doesn't reset archaeology dig sites. But also it wouldn't help us because like we need to get to a high level of archaeology to unlock the higher or to get higher rates of rare artifacts. So unlearning it would be counterproductive, unfortunately, for us. Alright, now we're getting all the rare spawns, guys. Respawning. Can you even unlearn it? It's a secondary profession. Oh yeah, I don't know if you can. I don't think you can unlearn archaeology. That's a good point. Yeah, maybe you can under skills, like the old way. No, there's no skills. I don't know if you can unlearn. Maybe there's like a slash command where you can unlearn it. That's a good point, though. Yeah, it looks like you can't actually unlearn secondary props like archaeology. Try/unlearn archaeology. I'll hold off on that one on Goldie. We made some good progress. I don't want to undo that. Not if I can help it. If anything, guys, one of our most anticipated unlocks now is going to be Hinterlands. Hinterlands was maybe like a kind of like a cool zone, maybe like not a super high priority one. Now it's a very high priority zone, which is kind of fun. They just happened to all proc into Hinterlands for some reason. Yeah, so we'll go check on Dart as well. And Dart's hatchling, and then probably go pop into Professor Weevil again. Yeah, Dart is up. And then I'll run around here just trying to find his nest. His nest has a pet in it. I do have quite a few versions of the pet. Well, not versions, just copies of it, I guess. But I would like to get it. Again. I haven't learned one yet. Maybe if I get it, I'll learn it. There's a couple spawn points for it. One of the potential locations is over here. I don't know if it's here right now, though. It's not there. It can be back here. It's not there. Oh, it's up there. I saw it. Let's go grab it. Dart's nest. So I now have... This is my 5th darting hatchling. I'm going to go ahead and learn this one. Oh. Where'd it go? Nice. I'm going to rename this one Show and Pet Journal. Dart. I kind of like Dart as a name. It's kind of cute. I haven't had a pet on Goldie in a while. Yeah, it's nice to learn a new one for sure. We got the Razor Maw hatchling. Did I name this one? I didn't end up naming that one. They're pretty similar though. But now I have 2 in my collection. A lot of the pets that I have 2 or 3 of, I don't use the other version because technically those ones I got on my main. So I'm trying to make sure I only use the pets that I actually got on Goldie. So the other version I had from my main before, that wasn't a Goldie obtained one, so I'm only using one that I've actually learned on Goldie. Ah, someone's camping Weevil. Not just me. This is like the ideal spot though for editing, just to camp Weevil and get a kill like every 5 minutes. But it looks like someone else has the same idea. Also, every Weevil attempt, I always hearth out. Because I don't want to walk out and then swim out of Alcaz. I'd rather just hearth. Easy peasy. Get back at the skinning until our resets are up. I think once our lockout is up, I'll probably do Molten Core right away, and then Onyxia's later after. It's actually just like a decent skinning farm. Just literally run around the zone and just follow like random paths because they're all similar density, similar level. Turtles are good, but there isn't as good of a turtle hyper spawn. Try/unlearn archaeology. Yeah. If you want to test and confirm if that works, I'm happy to listen, but I am not typing that on Goldie. On the off chance that it does work. I could do it on Path. I think my archaeology skill level is higher on Goldie than it is on Path. Just to check, are all of our 4 dig sites not accessible? That is correct. Well, there's also some on Kalimdor, but none of them are in Dustwallow Marsh. And all of them, it's Hillsbrad and Hinterlands are the next ones. You can't spin spiders, can you? Skin? No, you can't skin them. How profitable has archaeology been so far? Comic Crazy, archaeology is definitely one of those ones where it's for the love of the game. And more so for like soulbound unlocks for Goldie. We have made a couple gold from it. The amount of gold we have made, we get some items that could be vendored. At low level archaeology, they're 1 gold each. And I think we've done like 7 dig sites. Gotten like maybe like 8 artifacts. So I think we've made like 8 gold. But later on, there are apparently some artifacts that sell for a bit more raw gold. But yeah, most of the cool upgrades are going to be account bound, like toys or mounts. Kind of like the same aspect of how we're going for Thunder Fury, even though it's not a gold farm. We kind of just like it. Can you reset the sites any way other than digging? We went pretty deep dive onto this on the archaeology stream, and all signs point to no. So we're probably just gonna have to wait until we get the zones with the dig sites available. There is a very, very small chance that tomorrow, during the new reset, when the servers go down and when they come back up, it's possible that they reset. I kind of think they won't. Because if you think about it, who else wouldn't be able to just go do all their archaeology, right? Like, you would just go do them. Like, every one you do, a new one pops up. So you can do it infinitely. Unless you're zone locked, right? Unless you only have access to some zones, then that doesn't work. Stella? You okay? Is someone in the backyard? Hey, good girl. In case you guys weren't aware, Stella is in the room. She just dropped her battle shout. Watching Gold Focus videos on YouTube has put some sus vids in your recommendation. Thank you for not chilling gold guides or AI thumbnails. I do recommend some gold guides here and there. I've always, like, from the beginning, I've had a relationship with Gold Capped. So every now and then I do point people in that direction, but they have a pretty good community as well. And I generally like their guides, so if you do want to check them out, use code PATHLYRICS. But yeah. There are some pretty good gold guides, though, out there. I do think gold guides, it's helpful when there's a community with it, like a Discord community or something that you get access to. Because ultimately, like, to a certain degree, all the gold guides are also kind of available on YouTube. Also, it's very helpful when gold guides give you, like, their TSM operations. Because that is, like, super helpful, too. So, I think that's where the value of gold guides are. It's, like, the operations and groups and, like TSM groups. But then also, like, Discord groups and stuff. You watched Nabble with Red Molten Core this weekend, and he also does not have Night Slayer's chest? Really? We're borders in that aspect? Wait, how many runs does Nabble have on Molten Core without Night Slayer chest? Is someone at Blizzard just trolling us? Nabble probably has quite a few runs, right? On Molten Core? Pillager's Pauldrons. That's a drop. It's a low sale rate and lower average sale price, but decent value. Path, was I aware that doing weekly housing quests give you a token for 20 wood of your choice? I haven't done the weekly, like, the quests there. To like, the best I can, I've been trying to keep it so that housing, like, the housing neighborhood, I'm not, like, questing there or trying to, like, kill the mobs there or fish there. Just for the most part, just so it's just, like, a community aspect versus, like, a zone unlock for Goldie. But down the road, I mean, maybe housing should be a forfeit zone sometime, you know? Like, that would make sense. Like, housing would kind of fit the bill for a forfeit. For like a week. See what we can do. In which case, that would then unlock those quests. Maybe. Maybe. You farmed out the Molten Core class sets right before the War Within. It took you longer to get the Arcanist chess piece than anything else. Your main is a mage. I think it's a cosmic joke. Yeah, that's interesting, because Nabal is a monk. Or, well, Collect is a monk, right? So, the Night Slayer chest isn't even his set piece. And it's not dropping. I mean, to be fair, there's no monk tier, is there? Yo, felt lost without the upload this week. Oh no, I'm sorry. Hope I'm doing well. I am doing well. Just believe when there's a week without Goldbound, the next Goldbound episode should be a bit longer, a bit of a banger. Yeah, from what I can tell, housing is very much like you can fish. Like, I don't know what else you could do in housing. You could clean up around the neighborhood for an endeavor. You're a consistency king? Yo, thank you. Glad to hear it's just cooking up longer or not life getting hectic. Yeah, I mean, I did have a powerlifting meet this weekend, but I do like a lot of the gold bounds where I, you know, when possible, I get more progress done in them, like a full zone. I think I do like how those ones edit down, and they're good vibes too. Your pally rated all of vanilla? The guild never saw Judgment Legs the entire time? Oh my goodness. So this is kind of like an interesting idea here that I'm just realizing. You can pretty much herb and skin the entire zone. Like, there's skins everywhere. Like, as I'm going around here, I'm not following a route. I'm just meandering, and it's just like constant skinning. And herbs. That might actually be really good. I'll try, like, just to get, like, a tentative idea on it, but maybe it's better, though, at the circle of skinning area. Like, it might be a higher density a little bit. But, I don't know. It seems pretty good. Because right now, I'm really just, like, doing consistent farms until Onyxia's lair trash runs reset, right? So this could be a way to do it if you have herbalism and skinning to kind of, like, almost dual gather herb skin. Just make your way to the herb nodes. So far, it does seem promising. Can't get consistent coupons if you're trapped inside. Maybe linking the Endeavor Zone. Yeah. That could be cool. Although the Endeavor Zones will... I would be hesitant just because those zones will be, like, on the agenda eventually down the road. More likely than not, yeah. This better be a gold thorn. Oh, it's a Khadgar's whisker. Ah, good enough. That'll do. Yeah, before I do the Onyxia reset, I'll fly around here for a little bit, duels, gathering, skinning. But before I Onyxia reset, I am going to do Molten Core. That's a bit of a longer one. So I want to do that like midday, and then I'll end probably with an Onyxia clear later. But I would rather do Molten Core first and leave Onyxia unlocked for as long as I can, just for the trash resets of Onyxia's lair. We have a lot of rugged leather coming in. You're gonna pull your hair out? Uh-oh, what's going on? You cannot tame guard dog in front of Weevil because the foam sword says it's an invalid target. Oh. Yeah, I thought the guard dog could be tamed by druids. Or not by druids, by hunters. Any good hyper spawns? Does Alcaz Island still... Why'd I say it like that? Island? Still have those crazy elites? Yeah, the elites are still there. Yep. The biggest guy there that I've been kind of going after has been Dr. Weevil. There is potentially a farm there, though, right? For the random, like, trade goods you can get from them. Potentially. Also, you know, maybe if you were in a hyperspawn group, it would be good. Oh, there's Goldthorn. I may as well get that. Yeah, I don't know if it's that good, what we're doing here. It says it's 3.6. The basic skinning was better than that. You've lost 2 hardcore characters in the past week? Oh no. Maybe time for a break before you try again. Lost a rogue to the Naga Cave in Darkshore. Knockbacks. Oh, jeez. And lost a mage to good old Benny Blanco. Yeah, I mean, hardcore, it's really fun, but you definitely want to be in the right, I don't want to say headspace and mindset, but it's also just like the vibe, right? After a couple deaths, sometimes the vibe is gone for a bit. It comes back, you know, it comes back for sure. But you can always take a break, you know, do some retail or even some regular classic before you come back to hardcore for sure. Yo, Mr. Rock Guru. Greetings, traveler. Rad AZ. Happy Monday. Happy Monday indeed. Darn, oh no. Darn ad break, missed all you said. Oh no. I was just saying, yeah, sometimes when you're vibing hardcore, it's good, but if you have a couple deaths, a little time doesn't hurt, you know? Go play some other versions of the game, come back when that spark is back. How do I feel about the 12.0.7 changes? To tell you the truth, Billy Quizboy, I have not looked at them. Oh yeah. I know that the servers are going down tomorrow. I don't feel good about that. But I'm playing hardcore tomorrow, so I'm not too upset about it either. I know there's a raid coming. Yeah. But like right now, like maybe if things change in my zones, it's all good. But right now, like in all honesty, I am playing Goldie and hardcore. I like my 2 game modes right now, and I'm really enjoying those two. So my end game retail is currently not very existent. Which isn't because I don't like endgame retail. I just find I do best from a content and also just like enjoying the game standpoint playing max 2 versions. I think 3 versions, especially with producing content, is a bit hard. You start to feel behind on things. I like to enjoy versus feel behind. Luckily with Goldbound, like there's really, we just kind of go at our own pace. The patches may impact us, may not. But we take what we get. Debating whether you want to go to TBC Anniversary, but you like the OG leveling speed. Yeah, that's a balance there for sure. Yeah. I'm gonna fly back down south here. Well, maybe get a couple of herbs on the way. I think the changes are mostly in midnight zones and stuff. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. With the patch. It's possible that things get changed, like maybe. But for the most part, unless it's a new expansion, things don't really change too much in our old zones. For the most part. If something does happen, though, we'll have to address it when it happens. Yo, Flora. Hi, how are the marshes today? Any luck? The marshes so far are pretty good. Not bad luck today. We got this from one of the chests, the Hellslayer Battle Axe. Nice little piece there. Otherwise, it's been a little bit of hanging around, doing some trade goods, you know, the consistent gold that is going to move the needle. I have had a very hard time, for example, this Dustwallow Marsh. I think like 99% of my transmog value is old zones. I am having a hard time selling Dustwallow transmog. We're getting a decent amount of it, but it doesn't move very, very well. That was kind of the case though. Like, we have like a lot of backlog transmog, so it makes sense that most of our sales are backlog. But yeah, usually we try to see a couple more sales on the current zone, but it's been hard. Might have to post some stuff for aggressive sale prices. We'll see. .0.7 will lead to the rise in price of raw bristle whisker catfish. Really? Why is that? Is it used in like a reagent of sorts? Skin these guys up too. Heavy leather. We take it. Totally BSing you. Oh, okay. I was ready to be like, maybe there's like a new decor craft coming in that I didn't know. Maybe. Could be. There might be some new demand for new decor items, though. There's a couple more being added. Yep. Always down to see some new decor come into the game. I think... Whoops. Oh yeah, I'm not tracking my resets, unfortunately. Because yeah, Molten Core hasn't happened yet, but I will be doing Molten Core pretty soon here. Like the full clear. I don't know why, man. Just running around skinning, like, aimlessly is so relaxing. Like, the whole zone, you can just run, and, like, you see a new mob, you go skin it. You see an herb, you get it. It's pretty chill. It's... Dustwallow is a vibe, man. I'm just kind of meandering around the marsh, killing all the beasts, while I'm waiting for Onyxia's lair to reset to skin them in there. Might get some rares, might get some treasure chests. We'll definitely get some gold thorn. Can't complain. Can't complain. A couple of grappling hooks to speed it up as well. Blizz, here's the new decor items for your housing. 3 you can craft and 77 others you can buy in our shop. Oh no. I think Blizzard saw how much gold people made crafting decor, and they're like, huh. Well, if they're making gold doing it, we can probably make some real money doing it too, eh? Crank ambiance up to 100% for maximal vibes. I think they'll be pretty loud. Oh, it's not even that loud. Yeah. No, Dustwell is a cool zone. I just... You know what? It is still marshy. Our feet are still a little bit waterlogged from all the last couple zones, but I'm really glad we got an instance. Onyxia's lair. I like doing dungeon runs and raid clears. I do believe very soon Molten Core reset is up, guys. And you know what they say? If you're gonna do Molten Core, for the best chance it drops, you have to go make an iced coffee with 500 milliliters of 2% or whole milk. It's just how it works. Ideally, it's either you add protein powder to it or it's protein fortified milk. And that should increase the drop rates of Night Slayer chests. So I'll definitely try that out. I think that's what they're saying on the forums. Wait, Chug's texting me? Want me to make the binding drop for you? You'll go all in on no? Hey, might have to, man. That'll be pretty crazy. How many freight knots would that be? That would be wild. That would increase drop chances most likely. But yeah, we're getting Trenchfoot. Objectively, the best zones to get rid of Trenchfoot, probably Badlands or Duratar or Barrens. You know what, Timmy? I like your style. I'll do it too. Oh my goodness. Nine Fingers, you were watching Nabble on Saturday, and he's also chasing the chest. That's what people are saying. That's crazy that we're both, like, going dry on the chest. Isn't Thousand Needles connected to the zone as well? Yeah, but retail Thousand Needles is flooded. This is like a super water zone now. So that wouldn't dry us up. That would be another wet zone. Yeah, in retail it's flooded. Maybe Deadwind Pass would be... I can't look at it. Like, if I look at Thousand Needles, you don't see it. I guess you kind of see it. Otherwise, yeah, Deadwind Pass might be kind of like dry, but I can't really see if there's a river right now. Did I see the Wowhead news, by the way? No, what's the Wowhead news? I was pretty unplugged the whole weekend. I was just competing and then driving yesterday. Very tired. Very tired driving, actually. Something about having like three energy drinks, lifting really heavy up until like 10 p.m. and then you don't get the best sleep. Yeah, after the competitions.
Cheers.
Yo, Kalen, cheers. Greetings, traveler, with the tier 1. Cheers, brother. ZAM laid off a bunch of people, including Perculia. I'm not super familiar with these names. Is ZAM who runs Wowhead, and is Perculia like a really big, like OG like person involved with it? Or what is ZAM? I hadn't heard about this. Was the site manager made it what it is? Oh my goodness. What? That's crazy then. Uninstalled the upload or never used the site again? Oh my, I hadn't heard about that. Yeah. One of the founders of Wowhead. My goodness. That's a big oof. When did it change ownership? Like, who owns it? Forever ago? Mostly left them alone before because they made money. That feels bad, man. Huh. Yeah, that's not a good thing to hear. Let's be more accurate. Megacorp get a Megacorp. It's gross. Yeah, I really didn't. I guess I never really knew or was really in the loop on how the Wowhead operations were, but yeah, you don't want to hear that. Yo, welcome back, brother. Gonna go ahead and head over to Molten Core, guys. Molten Core Run Inc. This is why Wowhead's degrading in quality too. Posting more and more clickbait news articles. Uh-oh. I really like Wowhead for like the loot tables, man. Like the loot tables and all that stuff. Like, that's what I use a lot to like research. If it's gonna go downhill, like I don't know what to do. Is there another like source? Like, what's the alternative? Did I know the database for Wowhead came from Thoughtbot? No. They like upload the database. I mean, to be fair, you know what? There needs to be a new database anyways. The old database is just mudding the water for all these old zones. We need a new database, man. Yeah. Alright, let's head over to Molten Core for our attempt number 36, is it? For binding number 2. And for Nightslayer chest. Oh, Zam bought Wowhead and Thoughtbot and rolled into one thing. Wow. Ha! Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that. The thing is, like, it is so functional, and like, what is the alternative? I literally wouldn't know what the alternative would be. My first thought would be Thoughtbot, but that was an old one, and apparently now it is rolled in with Wowhead. Huh. Yo, Kalen, dang, big day, 70 stream streak 2. Let's go. Let's go. Hasn't it been attempt 36 for 4 weeks? I'm pretty sure I'm 36. I have like 2 runs missing when I go to statistics because I didn't kill Rag on 2 runs. Let's see though. Dungeons and Raids, Classic. So I have 33 Rag kills, which means I have 35 total kills on Bindings and Nightslayer chest. So yeah, this is run 36 confirmed. Yo, like this, greetings traveler with the Twitch Prime. Welcome in. With the 6 months on the Prime as well.
Farewell.
I never ended up doing the attunement quest either. I kind of forgot about that. Alright guys, Bindings, Nightslayer chest, Inc. I am real quick Should I just do it in sub? Subtlety? Maybe changing the spec will change the drop rates? I have never been sub. I've only ever been assassination or outlaw. Is that crazy? No, I'm gonna do assassination. I believe. Okay, I'm gonna real quick, guys, go get a new iced coffee. I'm almost done this one, and we all know I have to have two. I'm gonna use the washroom, and then we're gonna get some big drops. And as always, guys, Boo is in charge while I'm gone. Alright? Anyone acts up, Boo takes out the ban hammer. Where is Dart going? What the heck? What the heck was that, guys? Huh. Anyways, BRB. All right, guys. How is Boo? Anyone have to get banned from Boo? I think we're good. What is Dart up to? Oh, wait. Oh, I get it. So wait, so I think Dart, he just randomly runs around based on him as a pet, like his dart is a darting hatchling, so he darts around. That's actually really cool. Yeah, look at that. He literally just does that randomly. That's actually a really cool aspect. I didn't know that about that pet. There's like 4 of those available on the auction house if anyone wanted to buy them. I don't know, don't ask me how I know how many there are, but... max ambience is not ideal for Molten Core. It's a bit loud. I have unspent talent points in this spec. I haven't done Assassination for a while, so... There we are, guys. Okay, we will indeed be doing predictions on bindings. I want to kill Gar first. Just in case that binding drops. I don't want there to be any confusion on people voting for a binding, and if the one that we don't need drops, you know, while a poll is active. So once we kill Gar, I will initiate the poll for the left binding. We just don't want a rigged situation if that were to happen, you know what I'm saying. But we will do a poll on the binding. It will happen today, guys, I believe. Leaping hatchling from Barrens is similar? I like that. Did the Razormaw hatchling do anything in particular? Maybe the Razormaw hatchling screeched or something, or did something like that? It's possible. But guys, Molten Core clear day. Clear number 36. Still no Night Slayer chest, although we'll see today. For everyone who asks, why do I not do the core leather every run? It's not worth much. Oh, my bags are full. Oh, that's awkward. That's really awkward. Oh boy. I don't really want to run out to mount up. So I'm just going to then do it. Because if I run out to mount up, that'll count as a reset. And I still want to do my Onyxia layer trash runs after, so... One trash run is worth more than vendoring these ones. No repair bot? Not on Goldie, unfortunately. We're pretty limited to what we have access to here on them. I won't kill much trash. I'll just go straight for the bosses. I also don't have disenchanting. Oh, look who decided to show up, guys. It's Poncho. Unless you reset the instance, it doesn't reset. I thought it still counts as like an instance entered lately. Because if I go in and out, it'll count as one of my instances entered lately, I think. And I'll be able to do one less. But good morning to Poncho. Yo, Rezer up 24. Coming in with the follow and the Twitch Prime. Greetings, traveler. Also, iced coffee is here. We're doing a Molten Core run? Why not do a few more iron farms beforehand? Do you mean dark iron ore? I don't have mining right now is the problem. We're rocking herbalism skinning for the Gospel Marsh. It definitely seems to be the best situation. We did farm a lot of iron though already, so although we kind of need more. If we level up Inscription, oh my goodness, Poncho, she's already attacking. Poncho's already attacking. Oh. Oh. Tomorrow I need to enable drops, you think? There's a new Murloc deco. Oh, I have, I don't have it in the title, but drops are enabled, yes. It's like a default setting. Like, I don't have to enable it for each drop, I just have it perma enabled. Poncho's really attacking me, though. I might have to put the cord under, as per usual. It's Poncho. Oh my goodness. Poncho party question mark? Let's do a Poncho party while we wait for votes. So let me kill Gar here, and I'll start the prediction. Oh, cord aggro, guys. Alright. A duplicate binding? Oh, jeepers creepers. Okay, guys, let's go over to this room. Let me start the poll, guys, for if it will drop or not. Stream manager. Where are we at? Why is it different today? My layout's different. That's weird. Quick actions. There we go. Quick actions. Start a prediction. Will the left binding drop? Start prediction. All right, guys. Now on YouTube, a poll. Will the binding drop? Question mark. Option 1 is yes, and option 2 is no. And voters, start your engines. All right, guys. Now, while you're all voting, we can get the Poncho aggro away with a boo! It's a Poncho party. Boo boo, it's a Poncho party. Boo! It's a Poncho party. Boo boo boo, Poncho party. Ooh! It's a Poncho party. Boo 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 boo, Poncho party. All right, now she's just sitting in front of me because she's like, all right, I received my attention. Thank you very much. We'll catch you later. Oh, wait. The votes on no are crazy today, you guys. No has 300,000 frayed knots. Yes has 21,000. All right, guys. Certainly it drops today. Massive points on no. Absolutely massive. We got about 30 seconds, 35 seconds left on the poll. I don't really want to kill the trash because I don't want to waste my inventory space. If it drops, yeah, there's a lot riding on yes now if it drops. And YouTube is 50-50 right now, guys. Literally 50-50 on YouTube poll. Twitch is like still very much on no. Got 100k on no. That's okay, guys. I think the more that vote against, the higher likelihood the drop is. I'm going to wait one more patrol around. Willing to sacrifice my knots for a drop? Let's go, Timmy. Went 20k in on no just to push more luck to be getting it. Alright, guys. Let's see if it happens. The poll is over. Next patrol around, we will loot and go for the binding. Here we are. We hacked the 360 no scope. Got it. The music is pretty hype. Recuperate, running. And let's loot. In 3, 2, 1. It didn't drop, guys. What? That doesn't make any sense. Surely it would have dropped. Will the second left binding drop? No. Looks like looks like the votes on no are actually a good bet. Next drop though, guys. Maybe even more legendary. Will the Night Slayer chest drop. Option 1, yes. Option 2, no. We have been hunting this one for a while, guys. Night Slayer chest drop? Question mark. Option 1, yes. Option 2, no. Let's go
3
find
months
out.
on the path of Onyxia.
Yo, Severo. Greetings, traveler. With the 3 months on the path of Alarix. I like that. I've never heard that before. The path of Alarix. Appreciate it, Severo. Alright, guys. If we get the Night Slayer chest, I will change my transmog right away. Again, this is the 36th run. This is supposed to be a 21% drop chance. 1 minute on the poll. Maybe if you put both options as yes on the poll, you'll get it. Maybe. I mean, the binding, you kind of got to expect for it not to drop. I feel like the Night Slayer chest, we almost expect for it to drop. Yo, D-Blitz, with the smile and the 5 months on the prime. Yo, greetings, traveler. How we doing? Night Slayer chest. Run round 36. Will it drop? We'll take the D-Blitz prime for extra luck energy. T-minus 25 seconds on the prediction. If anything, this is the one I want more. All right. 1 second, guys. So we have YouTube is again 58% yes. And Twitch, we have a lot of points on no. 80% no on Twitch. Let's find out. Drop the recuperate for the bonus luck, which maybe it's like a weird thing where if you recuperate, you don't get the drop. That could be a thing. Let's see. In 3, 2, 1. How? Actually, how? Actually, how have we not gotten it? That does not make any sense. 36 runs, no Night Slayer chest, guys. Confirmed. Does not drop. That's crazy. That actually doesn't make any sense. I don't know what to tell you guys. I think we're coded and cursed to never get the drop. Who at Blizzard did I anger? I don't know. I don't know what I did. Apparently I did something, though. Maybe next run we actually will have to run it in sub spec. Maybe we'll get better luck. Any other drops? Not in Molten Core. We will do Onyxia's lair today, though, for the mount. We will be going for the Onyxia and Drake today as well. Change loot spec to Night Slayer. Imagine I go to the drop-down menu and there is a loot spec for Night Slayer. There's a 0.02% chance for it not to drop after 36 pulls. That's crazy. Alright, well, we may as well kill Rag. He can draw Orb of Deception, stuff like that, so he's worth killing for sure. But yeah, guys, that's actually insane. I mean, it's not insane to not get both bindings after 36 runs. I feel like that would be... At this point, like, I feel like if we got both bindings, we're still lucky to get both within 36 runs. Night Slayer chest, though, we are unlucky. No two ways to cut that pie. Have someone else zone in first. It's not supposed to work that way, but it always has for you. Maybe we're just on a cursed... Oh, did I not kill everyone? Ah. Guys, I got too excited. I didn't kill Shazra. Be right back. It's my bad. I forgot to kill that one. I guarantee when we get Night Slayer, it'll drop like 3 at once. It'll be like, oh, we see you haven't gotten it yet. Let's give you 3 copies of it. All right, Shaz. I'm just trying to save bag space, so I'm not looting them all. Normally I would to vendor, especially if I had enchanting. I don't have enchanting right now, and I'm pretty tight on bag space, so that's why I'm not looting them all. It's not exactly ideal, but it is what it is. I just want the drops. There is a bug where some midnight zones wouldn't load if Night Slayer was fully obtainable, so they removed it until Last Titan. Ah, oh, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. So we'll just wait until Last Titan, and then we'll get it, I guess. I mean, if it was a bug, and that was the only way Blizzard could fix it, yeah. Oh, right, the loot will go to my mailbox. That's true. The boss loot will. Yeah, so I can get the loot later. Yeah. Wait. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm too excited. I also didn't kill Gehennas. What am I doing, actually? What am I actually doing? I think it's faster to go die and run back in. I'm sorry. I missed 2 bosses. I'm just too excited for the drops, man. You'd think after 36 runs I'd have it on lock, but nope. Not quite. All I can say is fishing in Classic sucks compared to say Mob. Constant fish got away. I guess I didn't have to reset. I didn't have to leave. I shouldn't have left. That's my bad.
Our enemies will fall.
Yeah, classic fishing is, yeah, definitely a bit more more difficult, yeah, than like retail or mop. Even just like the bobber in the audio is less obvious if you're not running add-ons, right? Like better fishing or something like that. I've noticed if I'm streaming and fishing on classic, I'll miss the bobber so many times because it's such a small sound. Alright, let's try this again. All this for the Ragnaros kill, which hopefully gives us like an Orb of Deception or something like that. Get the bobber, but your fish keeps getting away. That too. The fish got away. It is, and you usually have music going so you don't fall asleep. Yeah. You can like, what fishing add-ons work in Classic? Because that would probably be helpful for Classic fishing. It's more immersive in Classic? I guess, yeah, in a way you gotta be more attentive to it, which is more immersive. Yeah. Maybe that is better. What if they made fishing like one of those games where you have to like press it when the bar like crosses a certain area? You know, like mini like golf like computer golf, where you gotta like choose your swing. What if you could do that? Like it would show you where a fish would be, and you had to like adjust your cast length and stuff. It could turn fishing into like a little mini game. Not for AFK, but kind of would be fun. That's Guild Wars 2 style fishing? Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that.
Impossible. Stay your attack, mortals. I submit. I submit. Rashly, I've come to wrest the secrets of the living flame. You will soon.
Okay, now it's time for Ragnaros.
I go now
Officially.
to summon the Lord whose house this is. Should you seek an audience with him,
That would make the fishing extravaganza into a nightmare. It would make it into a quest of skill. Yeah, it's kind of cool seeing the fishing in different games. Guild Wars 2 sounds pretty cool for fishing, not gonna lie. RuneScape is fun too as well. Very fun. Final Fantasy XIV is a whole different beast. Maybe we gotta do a try like 10 MMOs fishing tier list. Best fishing. Like MMO fishing ranked. I don't know. I'd be biased towards WoW for sure though. Let's see what Ragnaros drops. I'll jump in this way here. Clear as much space as I can. There we go. Major Domo Executus. Tell me more, please. There's a ton of fishing achievements tied to Guild Wars 2 fishing, including if you find every rare fish. Cod among mortals. I like that. I like rare fish fishing achievements. Like, I did this one a long time ago. It's like one of the better ones in WoW, or like one of the more fun ones in WoW. The Salty title. I have it on my account, not on Goldie, right? I like that one. Salty is a lot of fun to do. YouTuber named Bugfish already did that. Oh, cool. Didn't count WoW fishing as a minigame, though. Yeah. It's not a minigame, but it's like a profession. I guess some games probably teach it more, or probably like have it more as a minigame than WoW does. Executus.
Justice shall be met indeed. Now for you.
I should have been fishing this whole time.
Boldly usurp the power of Ragnaros.
A singular poisoned knife takes out the mighty Ragnaros. Ridiculous. I'll probably take the BOEs I get. We got the Magiskull gloves and the medallion, so. That's the Molten Core clear, guys. We still have to do Onyxia's lair, though. We still have Oni to do. I could also do Zul'Gurub. I don't know if I'm going to do the Zul'Gurub on stream today. I might do it later. For the mount. Zul'Gurub's also kind of annoying, like low-key kind of annoying to get to now. It's pretty far. Yeah, those epics should be in the mailbox, right? Yeah, Onyxia will be nice and easy. Should we go do Onyxia now? I could probably do like a couple trash runs and then Onyxia, just to get a little more rugged leather first.
See you later.
Yeah, the epics aren't there. Oh, they're there. All other, I guess. Oh, yeah, that's easy. Yo, did he just leak the mailbox?
Hello.
What? Mailbox leak? Screenshot, guys. Screenshot. No, I cleared the mailbox this morning, guys. You can see how much gold we have. Oh! Ida just died in hardcore? No! My buddy just died. We have a bet. 4 of us have a bet going. He died at level 19. The human warrior. Isegard. Trogs got him. 07 out of Thundar, aka Isegard. We have a bet going for who has the lowest level death. 07. Trog. Those Trogs are dangerous. Yep. At least not Aldrich. I'll say that in chat, in the group chat. The rare back spawned on him, he says, in the cave. That's rough. I wonder if he's watching. Are you on the stream, Ida? R.I.P. young lad. Yeah. We're losing humans left and right in Honor Corps, guys. And not just to death.
Have a good one.
R.I.P. young lad. Well, yeah. So the bet is with my priest. My priest is current level 16. So as long as I hit 20, I don't lose the bet. So it's gonna be a very careful run to 20. So Pap, how much did Chug outlift you this weekend? Unfortunately, Chug was not able to compete, so I outlifted him by 725 kilos this weekend. But no, he got stuck, extended away in Texas for work. So, yeah. So unfortunately, he couldn't compete against me. At least that's the PR response. I personally think it's just a dodge, but, you know, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, I guess. I think he just dodged, though. I think he saw the strength levels and thought, let's protect the elo here. Just kidding. No, so there's 2 bets with Chug. The first bet was for the weight class. And like 3 months out, or like 2 months out, he told me he's not making weight, so he lost that bet. And then we set a new one. And the new one, I'm not calling in on that bet, just because like he couldn't go to the meet because of work, so yeah. I might do 1 or 2 trash resets real quick, just skinning on Onyxia's lair before we actually kill Onyxia here. Unfortunately for him. The funny thing is, I'm pretty sure with how I totaled, if Chug just showed up and like made weight, he would have beat me. Yes. But Unfortunately for him, he couldn't make it. Not proud enough, mad enough to say it. I think if Chug shows up, he beats me. But, you know what? Unfortunately, he couldn't come. Dixie Twitch, catching me live, discovered and binge watched the Goldbound series the last couple days. Yo, let's go. Glad you're enjoying the Goldbound. We are currently playing Goldie, so... yeah, we're going to be going through the Onyxia Mount right now. If you're caught up, I'm assuming you are. You know we're in Delstrella Marsh. So we're out here hanging out in the marsh. Chug. Raging. I gotta have to snap that. I'm gonna Snapchat the chat to Chug Life right now. It's hilarious. Chug Life eating too much in Texas. Chug Life equals Tub Life. Oh my goodness. 1 second. I'm sending that to Chug. That's hilarious. Alright, quick reset on the instances. I don't know how many resets I have before I'll get like locked to my instance entrance, so I might do like 2 resets here and then just kill Onyxia. How epic would it be if we got the mount right now though? That'd be unreal. Tell him the barbecue sauce is not meant for chugging. It's too bad. Usually Chug Life and I go to the same powerlifting competition, so it felt weird not competing with him there. How long before he jumps in chat you catch a ban? I think that depends if he's on site today or work from home. I think that's what depends. I don't think he knows how to. No, he has Twitch on his phone, so he could hop in wherever, but he might be busy. We'll see. You might check in overnight and have like a 1-day timeout. I don't think Chug has actually banned anyone. As far as, not that I know of. Alright, I'll do a prediction here, guys, for if the mount will drop. Will the Onyxia mount drop? This is a low drop rate mount, by the way. Yes and no are the outcomes. Start prediction. Will the Onyxia mount drop? Yeah, so option 1 is yes, option 2 is no. Start poll. What do you guys reckon? Will the mount drop? I hope it does. I mean, it's not gold, but it's super, super cool for our account. Did I actually not reset the mobs? Oh no, they just ran down. Cool. I am going to take her out this run, though, so we'll have to see. We'll have a look at the numbers as we're looking here. There she is. The series was awesome. Added a few items I showed to your transmog farm routine you never thought of yourself. Yo, let's go. There's definitely a couple gems we found along the way in Goldbound. Different zones that you like wouldn't expect. Man, YouTube always optimistic on the polls. We have 72%, or sorry, 31% yes. On Twitch, it is not so optimistic. Not so optimistic, to say the least. Still some yes, though. It's about 10%. We'll see what it lands in here. We have to push the phase with the whelps in a second here, but this is our confirmed second kill on Onyxia. So we've killed her twice. If you're not familiar with the mount, I'll show you real quick. It's this right here. Reigns of the Onyxian Drake. Right now, our only flying mount is the Golden Griffin, so this would be very much appreciated if we got it. There's also some kind of cool stuff too. We can skin her, so we'll see. Final results for votes on Twitch is 13% yes, it will drop, and YouTube 34% yes. So YouTube is a little bit more optimistic on this one, guys. We gotta wait for the phase, shoot her in the air, but I think we have to wait for her to land anyways. Yeah. I'll let all these guys stack up here on me. All the whelps. More dots, guys! That's a 50 DKP minus. Minus 50 DKP. Minus 50 DKP. Minus 50 DKP. I didn't swap to assassination. That right there is minus 100 DKP. Alright, guys. Let's bring out Dart and recuperate to see what the drop is. In 3, in 2, in 1. Not today, not today. We did get the sack of gems. We got the sword. That's actually a sweet sword. I'm not gonna lie. So no mount today, guys, unfortunately for everyone. Unless you voted for no, then I guess fortunately for you. But the loot there, we got some scales as well, 20 gold each. In the sack of gems, we got dreadstones, so a nice little pull here, guys. Nice little pull for sure. Yeah, no drops today. Well, we do have exclamation mark drops enabled, but no drops in game from Molten Core or from Blackwing Lair. Let's go take a look around the zone, see if we have any more spawns. Still batting 1,000. Yeah, we're doing our best out here on the drops, guys. We're doing our best. We'll see how it goes. I love Recoup. The idea that you can just sit and cook a meal right next to a dragon still smoldering corpse is morbidly funny. Yeah. True. Recoup is kind of fun. It's actually, unironically, very useful for us in certain zones. Because the food, like we're the exact use case. We're over leveled for our zones. So the food we can actually buy doesn't heal enough health, whereas Recoup actually heals us. So it's unironically a good ability for us on Goldie. Yo, Corv Chips with the Twitch Prime. 2 months subscribed. Greetings, traveler. Maybe it is the recuperate giving us bad luck. Although we did recuperate before the first binding drop, I believe. So I don't know. Does Goldie look for world raid bosses like dragons? I think technically the only world raid boss we have access to wasn't Vashir. Mobus. And we definitely farmed Mobus a lot. We have, I think, like 17 confirmed Mobus kills from the Vashir week, which is really good considering he's like a 4 to 5 hour spawn and only one person gets a tag. So like that's actually pretty good for how many tags we got on Mobus. No crazy drops from Mobus though. Is Poncho with Torby? That's precious. What's a Torby? I don't know what kind of a cat Poncho is. to be honest. I think she's just like a tabby mutt. Because she was the street cat. Robin just found her. Fade Leaf, let's go. But Poncho did have a litter. Like when she was rescued, she was pregnant. And she had a litter. So, Poncho is a mom. Her litter had like a bunch of different colors apparently though. Genuine cat. Standard ish. Yeah, she's just a default cat, literally. It's like you went to character select and said, default tabby cat, please. And that's what you get with Poncho. Yeah, but she has, yeah, she's like kind of striped. Definite like brown, black striping. I am searching, oh, I swapped specs, so I gotta swap to find chests real quick. The chests here are so valuable, it's like so worth flying around looking for them every now and then. Fun fact, a litter of dogs or cats could have multiple fathers. That's crazy. Maybe Poncho's litter had multiple fathers because there was like a bunch of different types of cats. Like black cats, orange cats. Just a whole bunch of cats came out. Do we know how much they'll spin? Current cash stack is 120k. WoW token is 260. So we're actually doing pretty good. This is accurate as of this morning though. I cleared my mailbox this morning. Alright, let's go to Alcaz Island, guys. I don't know if any chests can actually spawn on Alcaz Island or not, though. Come on, please don't proc the anti-aerial. I gotta dodge it. Dodge the anti-aerial warfare. Alright, I got hit. Alright, see if someone else was camping him or if he's down. We got him. Dr. Weevil. Oh, this guy is definitely camping him. Sorry, bro. He was AFKing too long on the camp and I got the tag, so sorry. Sorry about that one. Any MC luck today or haven't done it yet? We did run it. Unfortunately, there was no luck. There's no luck and no skill either, because I accidentally missed a bunch of bosses I had to go back and kill, so.
Looking for something specific?
No luck, no skill MC run confirmed. I'd rather be lucky than good, though, so we'll see. Maybe next time. A lot of ATT discoveries going down right now. Which is wild for the chest. Yeah, we were doing the numbers, or some chatters were, and it's 0.02% chance after 36 runs to not have it drop. Assuming it's a 21% drop rate. What's the status on archaeology? So I did archaeology, was it Friday? One of the days last week. And we did it enough where all of our archaeology dig sites are in zones that we don't have access to. And as far as we know, there's no way to reset this. So we just have to wait until we get either Hillsbrad or the Hinterlands to do those dig sites. The actual level, though, we got up to level 86 archaeology. So we did okay. We made a couple artifacts. The trolls, the fossils, the dwarves. It should reset weekly. We will see. I have heard I think probably the most controversial thing so far as like differing opinions has been archaeology. It's such an enigma. Like, it seems like there's no consensus on how it works. So yeah, it may reset weekly, so it might reset tomorrow. We shall see. Indeed. Especially if it will ever reset, it would be on a major patch day, right? And tomorrow is a major patch day for retail, so we'll see. If not, then we'll just have to wait for those zones. Tomorrow though is a big outage for retail. Like I said, it's a big patch day. There's like a 7-hour planned downtime. So I am doing my hardcore day tomorrow. I'm all queued up for Scarlet Monastery, so I really want to do Scarlet Monastery tomorrow. So we'll be doing that. But today, guys, I do have some editing to do, but also someone's coming right away for a Facebook Marketplace thing. It's probably going to take a while. So I do have to pop off now, guys, but we will be live again tomorrow. Back at it on the farms. Well, not the farms, on Molten Core. I mean, on Hardcore. Farming Hardcore. We'll see, though. But guys, GG's. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow. And until next time, go with honor, friends.